Good morning, good morning. We are in St. Albans, and Dan and I are going to get breakfast at Chester's. It's a little treat.
Yeah.
It's, if you know, you know type thing. Cash only. Glad Dan brought cash because I had none. But a lot of the maple farmers eat here during the season, and they can buy their food on account and get billed for it, which is kind of cool. So we're going to take you to Chester's. Thanks for stopping by. Catch you at the end. So Chester's. Chet Arthur was born here in Vermont, and I'm not sure what number president he was, but I do have a story about Chester Arthur going back to my high school. Well, in our lobby of our high school was a payphone. A lot of the young kids haven't seen those. They kind of extinct. But while we were all waiting for our parents to pick us up, we would have fun prank calling people with 1-800 numbers. And we would call this 1-800 number, and we call this one often because we figured out, I think the guy's name was Richard, so we would call. And my buddy Eric had the best prank call name. So we'd call, Eric would go, "Hello, is Richard there?" And she'd say, "No, he's not. Can I tell him who's calling? Can I take a message?" "Oh, yes. This is Chet Arthur. I was calling about golf, was it golf league or something?" Because Chet Arthur is a golf league name. And we did think it was the funniest thing we ever did see. So Chet Arthur, that was Eric's prank call name. So I think as a president, he really didn't do anything but entertain us as kids. So Eric is now a history teacher and can probably tell us what number president old Chet Arthur was. So pretty sure this is the birthplace right across the street. So Chester Arthur. We're here. Is it a four-way stop? Watch when I go in there. It's going to be cool. Chester Arthur, man. Hauling some sap this morning. Let's go grab some breakfast. Unassuming place, isn't it?
Is this it or is that it?
I think this is it. If I recall, this is it.
It was like right in between the two buildings.
Oh, man. Good morning.
And Gary's gone to Belvedere with a shaker to get almost a full load.
I was so hungry, I didn't even take a shot of the food.
Okay, we're at Chester's in Vermont, and my name is Rose.
All right, Rose. And you didn't harass us too bad. I appreciate it. You went easy on me. You knew I would have cried.
Busy.
That's fair.
Reason.
We were good to you last time.
You were. I appreciate it. Yeah, just your name.
Hi, I'm Tiffany, and we're at Chester's Bakery in Fairfield. Hi, I'm Jen. We're at Chester's Bakery in Fairfield, Vermont.
Great job, guys. So what'd you think about Chester's?
Like exactly what you said, home cooking to a T. I mean, it is literally like eating your mom or grandmother's cooking. So
Yeah.
It was awesome.
Homemade bread for the toast.
Homemade bread was spectacular.
All of it.
Yeah.
I can see why guys come here.
For sure. It was great.
Yep. This is Vermont right here in the country.
Oh, yeah.
So what's interesting as a packer now with what I know, 45 years old, I realize how very, very little I really knew about the maple industry 5 years ago. 10 years is even worse. You go back 25 years when I started on this adventure. And it makes you realize how much you don't know. And my perception now with where my company's at, it's going to change very much over the next 5 to 10 years. All I know is with what I know now, it's bounded rationality. So as I'm learning, I look at guys like Dave Marvin and Bruce Bascom and what they've gone through. I mean, they probably chuckle with what I'm doing and going through because they've probably already gone through it and already know how it's going to end or what the challenges are. But I see other smaller packers starting up, and I look at them and I see the mistakes they're making, the things they're doing that I've done, And I wonder if David and Bruce think the same way as I do, you know, with those small guys. Because those small guys, you know, they'll run around and get some of our local business, say, and I chuckle because it's honestly a very, very small amount. And I just wonder if they chuckle when we pick up a piece of business. And I think, oh, yeah, man, I got one, you know, and I wonder if they're like, you know, just like the small guys that take business from me that I don't, you know, really need or want. I don't know. It's all perspective. It's all perspective.
So in South Dakota, when you're driving through cornfields, if you try to go slow, you're going to hit every bump and you're going to be bouncing the whole way. But the locals figured out that if you do 50, the suspension just works and it's a lot smoother of a ride.
So what are you doing in South Dakota?
We're hunting ducks.
Ducks?
Yeah.
So you gotta,
pheasants.
so you're bird hunting out there and you learn from them.
Yeah.
Don't go slow along or across the cornfields.
Yep.
You gotta really just buzz it.
Yep. You can go fast and it smooths out. You just got to watch out for badger holes. That's where you can really mess the truck up. Badger holes out there are no joke.
Really?
No
Like, are we
joke.
talking like 6 foot around? Like what?
No, not.
I think of
not
like
quite
what a
that big.
groundhog would do. It's not that
I
big
mean,
of a hole.
swallow your leg. But if you're walking,
Okay. So it's when you're walking you gotta watch it.
yeah, but even still, what happens is that the badger holes, they'll dig and then eventually they cave in. So sometimes they'll be a lot bigger.
I gotcha. So we're gonna stop in and say hi to Gary Corey. I'm up here. Makes no sense not to say hello. That's a beautiful sight right there. 2 MES Steam Rigs. Huh. Takes up a lot less room, doesn't it? Than that CDL Master. There you go. There you go. So this is the original one here. Clayton needs to put more stickers on their evaporators. He's not one for getting all the fancy, oh, right here you got one on the auto drop. If you don't brand it, they could say it's somebody else's brand. It's ridiculous. Permeate. Got some sap coming in. Mountain. Truck 1. Looks like a swimming pool, doesn't it? So it's pretty well known that Gary has, for a large producer, some of the highest yield of any of the large producers. So over 100,000 taps, and he has very, very good yield. And a lot of it, let me show you, it's because of how tight he keeps his vacuum. So 29, Gary, 28.9, you're slacking. So coming in. Firing hole. Just getting rolling, aren't you?
Yep.
That's sap coming in. Condensate. So you got some turned off, huh?
Yeah, I didn't realize that Gary started it, and I didn't realize they weren't open.
It always helps when you got all them open, doesn't it? That's like running your eight-cylinder diesel with a couple cylinders down.
Yep.
Full power. Well, shoot, you're already pulling it off, huh? Think she's light right now?
Oh, yeah.
What are you doing now? Trying to make your syrup worth a little more? Is that it?
Yeah. Cooking a second time.
Is that empty?
We were almost full and weren't full.
Not warm.
Yeah, full packet.
Look how fast it's coming off there, man.
Yeah.
It's insane. Sensors everywhere. Whoop, 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 whoop. We'll be making totes here soon. Yeah, baby. So quiet. So can you tell the difference between the ones that are steam and then they're just so quiet? Like you and I can have a conversation.
So they can tell with the noise on the camera because it's just a drowning out background noise with the other about
The conventional ones. I'll go show you what runs it. That's a boiler, buddy. Friggin' huge. This is loud. So instead of it having it on the rig, they got it in here and it's making steam. That's a big boy. Yeah, that's her pressure. So 65 psi. Controls running. They've made a little bit. They've made a little bit. Pump's running. Look at syrup. It's warm. She warm. So this is running about 350 gallons an hour of syrup right now. Automatic defoamer. Little diamitation syrup. Jeff is here to inspect the new Steam Rig. So just said hi to Jeff and Linda, Corey, and Jeff wants to do a live stream tonight. So we're going to do a live boiling. I think that's pretty cool. And then Dan and I are heading over to say hi to J.R. Sloan. Just making rounds. If you eat at Chester's and somebody sees you there, so Scott saw us there. He boils for Gary. And if anyone hears that we're up here and we didn't stop and say hi, I'm going to hear about it. So I'm going to go say hi to everybody. Dan got a nice surprise. We have the University of Vermont women's lacrosse team here. So doesn't suck for Dan. In the country. She's a boiling. So Jeff's mixing. Now, Franklin County, Vermont is the largest maple producing county probably in the country then. Yeah, because it's the largest in Vermont, so.
We're the smallest in the block.
Yeah. Yeah, and this evaporator does what, 350 gallon an hour?
200.
200?
200 with 18%. We got 23 tonight.
So 200 gallon an hour, you're running it through the D&G over here. Filling totes today, aren't you?
I love those.
Me too. So we love totes.
So you know how I catch this stuff out of the hose?
Yeah.
This is where I catch what comes out of the hose.
Well, let me see. Yeah, every little drop. Every little drop. So this is Jeff. This is Linda. And we're live, guys. If you got any questions for these two, we're live.
We take our sample bottles and we go to breakfast now away from Chester's. We drink sample bottles, our old sample bottles for thirst for our French toast.
I went to Chester's today. I put it on your tab, just so you know. I'm just
You
kidding.
never know the difference.
I'm just kidding. Actually, Dan paid.
I can rate it, and I'll open Monday or Tuesday.
I did it just right. Cool. So you guys are up just touring sugar houses. That's awesome. Is that in Burlington? We're from Ohio, so we're just
They're
trying to live.
sugar houses because they went out to breakfast, and the only one that wanted real maple syrup is Ayla. Everybody else wanted down Jemima.
That's not true.
Yeah, it is true.
That's not true. Okay, so Ayla's father's Dave. That's your neighbor.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then they're all going to Dave's.
All right. What's for dinner, guys?
Chicken masala.
All right. All right.
Start spring break. So none of the dining halls are open.
So you don't have school till... Are you all from Vermont or around the country?
I have family from Vermont. They want real Vermont.
That's true. Who didn't want real maple syrup? You need to leave. You need to leave right now. So how much sap do you have to boil?
We had 2,000 gallons of 22%.
2,000 gallons of 22%? So you already know about how long you'll be boiling.
2.5 hours.
2.5 hours.
Around 4:30. Should be done around 6:15.
Gotcha. Boiler's running, baby. How's the niter been? Pretty rough at the beginning, or no? You haven't got into any yet?
It's been good. It's filtering good. We used so much powder last Friday when we boiled it. We plugged 7 trays, 400 gallons. But they're packed full of powder, so we'll lay a back top on the powder. It's going good. It's going really good for early season.
So he switched over his hot water condensate over to the trough drain here.
Then I use this to go through the RO and put through the filter pressure to get done.
I got you.
Samples here. Did you grab the cup?
Is there any?
Still no attackers in the group? One? We got some attackers now. One attacker? 2? 3? 4? Why were they? What were you guys doing? Is it good? You look inside. So there's preheaters up above. It's like 2 girls. What's that?
That's hot.
Oh, I've made the mistake before, so yeah. If you don't do it right, you get yourself burned. Is this the biggest run so far, Jeff?
Yeah. Yesterday was the best run we've had this year.
Gotcha. Is it freezing tonight, though?
Oh, yeah. It did run today.
It looks like the weather's good.
We're thinking the next week we're going to make some syrup.
Yeah.
That's pretty scared.
So anybody got questions for Jeff? The Maple Expert Solution Steam Rig. You like it?
I love it.
And you were the first one in northern Vermont?
Vermont.
So Franklin County, you were the first one to get the steam rig.
Yep, there's a lot of them right now.
Will Shomes is here.
Oh, Will Shums?
Yep, using Eric Shomes'
Yeah, he's very, they got a,
Will Shomes is watching, and then somebody from 4 Kids Farm says, I think I need a steam pan. Burnt a pan today. It's really hard to burn a pan with a steam pan.
I say earlier, it was coming out, service at 220. It was coming out at 224, and I had no place to put it, so I just took it out.
And you let it build up, and then it'll work its way out.
Well, yeah, because, you know, you're so deep, you're getting a stagger, and then as soon as you shut it off, then it comes back up. So it's pre-diluted valve.
So if you have nowhere to put it, you actually shut the valve, and
There's no place to put it, I shut that valve.
and it just keeps, but it's not going to burn.
It's not going to burn, it's just going to get heavy.
I got you. But you don't have to panic.
No. No.
But it's not, this is not an inexpensive system.
This was right around, complete turnkey was right around 100,000.
And then like, I think Clayton was saying like turnkey for the next size up or the bigger one. He's like 200.
Yeah, I think it's one, yeah, Clayton would know more.
Yeah.
Like, what cost me a lot of money, but I didn't want to, when I decided to go steam, we had to totally redid the trigger out. And you can't boil with steam without a steam boiler.
Right.
Clayton didn't have one. He said, we might be able to find one. Well, before I sell my evaporator, I want to know I got one ordered. I want to know there's one coming, so I bought a 100% refurbished from Power Mechanical in Virginia.
It was ready to go.
Well, you would have thought.
So it was rebuilt, but not really. Had to do a little work.
Rewire it.
Okay. I saw his controllers on it.
Yeah, he had to rewire it. He was able to take it. There was issues with it. They weren't getting it to work. They get promises and it wasn't coming. But we didn't get that boiler until right around Thanksgiving time. We're supposed to have it August 1st. This was pre-COVID, 2019.
Gotcha. Yeah, I mean, I imagine even your rig now is almost 50% more, just with the increased cost of everything.
I put my other one for sale and I said, well, I'll look at it again before I make you an offer. And I said, the only offer I'm going to accept is the price I quote you. Really,
I got you.
I market to sell. I didn't want to.
I'm that way. I don't market and then play the game. Like I do that with real estate, houses. Like I'll put a price, and you know, there's some people out there that if you don't take less, they won't do it, even if it's a good deal. That's just the way they are.
Gary can buy something for top dollar and sell it for a profit. I can buy something at rock bottom price and I still can't sell it. I'm just not that.
Well, maybe he just knows more people.
He knows more people that. He knows more people have more money. I got a lot of friends that are pretty well now.
Or maybe you're just a nice guy and you try to help people. And
I do try to help people.
yeah, I know. I can tell. Oh, blocked you. I blocked you.
Oh, wait. Charlotte, come here. Charlotte, come.
Charlotte, they're good dogs. Jeff's had enough.
All right, so the spin seal is just a high speed friction, and so saying we got a 20-volt battery on it, and then you can change the speed settings.
If it's hot or cool, or
Yeah.
like temperature outside makes a big difference, doesn't it? You said even temperature down in the ravine
Oh yeah.
makes a big difference.
If you're spin sealing one under a hemlock, or if you're in open wood, then you work with hemlocks. But to change it is really easy. It's all right here, so you can. So right now it's going to spin for 3.3 seconds, and you can back it off, or you can increase it.
And you're basically showing what you're welding into there. You're friction welding
You're
a
spinning
little
this.
piece. And this little piece here,
Hey Jeff, we need you. It switched over on the pool.
Can you get it for a second, and I'll be right out. So then you got 3.3 seconds to spin,
so I'll get right in there for you.
and then I gotta get it. And it's automatic, so it's 20 seconds. Are you just
Was it have powder in it already?
No.
So there's like,
So that was 3.3 seconds. Then he gives you a 20 24-second countdown.
For a cool down.
For a cool down, yeah.
Kind of smells like a birthday candle got blown out.
Yeah, well, it's your high speed. We'll do another one too.
Just smells like a birthday candle.
Boy, it does. I never.
Yeah, it's coming right out there.
And you can do this on a pipe that is.
And then what Dan was saying is on the inside, when the ice goes flying through there, it won't, like in a saddle, the ice will catch. But when ice releases in spin seal tubing, it'll actually go all the way down.
So what you do is, so if this is the main line, right, it's tied to the pipe to it, so you want to put it on the side. So any tubing coming in from this side, you come in, you got a loop, so you're on the side, not on the top.
I got you.
And then you just get it down like that, and you just.
Do you tend to put these on the side?
Yeah. Always on the side, and if you're
And there's
spinning
a
on,
countdown to cool it, right?
yeah, and if you're spinning
So you
them on the
can't-
side, you have to put just touch it, just put a little pressure on it.
Now, is this like holding it steady too while it's cooling? So it's
Yes, that's
if you
why
try to take it off when it's cooling, what happens?
it might pop off, but
Or it might
be all right.
get
Or
crooked.
it might not be a good seal. And we were checking tubing yesterday. We got some jumper lines, and I noticed in checking the tubing that I could see a bubble coming in right on the jumper line on the high side.
See, I thought you used to have to drill down through.
You do. That's not done.
Oh,
It's not done.
I see. Inside.
So it's spun on. So to know if you've got it cut or not, you got these little wings.
Yeah,
If those wings are on there, it's not cut out.
gotcha.
Usually you put this on a drill, but you can do it by hand. So
He's cutting those. So he's entering the main line. Entrance
yeah,
fitting.
so then when you go, you snap that piece off.
You can do it by hand, kind of.
You can, but it's a lot faster with a drill.
Sure. And now you know that this one.
Yeah, because it's gone and this one's not done.
Yep. So this one's actually been, the entrance fitting is
And
complete.
this is actually vacuum tight right there,
Oh, I got you.
where it's welded on.
So you got a little bit of a material in there, but it's not much. I don't
It
think
comes
that
down to release it.
does it.
Yeah.
So this one still has the tabs on there that's used to
Yeah,
friction seal it.
yeah, that's what grabs. So every time you get done with it, you also.
So on the bottom, it's got these tabs right there.
Yeah. Every time you spin seal, you always put another one on because when you go to spin seal a pipe and there's not an adapter in there,
You put a big hole in
put a
there.
big hole in the pipe.
Yeah. Now what's a tab? What's one of these cost now?
These are like 70 cents a piece.
Okay.
This is, I think it was like 1,400 when I bought it.
Yeah, I think they're almost double
Me
that.
and Linda did one day. We worked for like an hour, 45 minutes. We spun on 175.
It's
I put them on, and she was like, I was spinning them on. She was like two behind me,
Mhm.
drilling them out, putting the tubing on.
yeah, the micro leaks are just not there with these.
No, if they are, you just
It's
take your
operator
knife,
error or something.
you shave it off, and you just line that up on there good.
You can put another one
Spin
on.
that one right on. And if you can't spin it on, then we got some.
Repairs or patches.
Yeah, we got some straight multi-fitting that you just get it off with a knife and then put a multi-fitting on it.
Gotcha.
But I like my new system. I like to not use multi-fitting. I'd rather put a coupling in
Yeah,
and drill another one beside it.
we got to rescue Linda.
So,
She did well.
oh, yeah. She did ask for help, didn't she?
Yeah, she did.
So get this back and when the stack goes to the oil and again so it comes up here.
This was just, I didn't realize this was coming today, but they came.
Kind of worked out. I know Gary's going to start up his other evaporator here. He's going to run both of them at the same time. He wants to make 800 gallons an hour with both rigs. I don't know if the steam's there or not, but I know that one does 500 and one does 350. What do you got? Set boiling point's 211.9 today. And you got your set point at 220.4?
Yep.
So probe in there's at 220.7. So this is modulating, isn't it?
Yes. I keep this, like,
Okay, you throttle it back
I
a
only
little bit.
keep it about half open, so if this opens wide open, it doesn't, you get a 2-inch stream and you're not here. Something happens, you're not here.
Oh, there's a drain right there. You know what? You know what maple syrup's good on? Anything but the floor.
Yeah, so I just keep it half shut, so that if it does wide open, go wide open. If it stays in there too long, it's not gonna hurt you.
Right. Well, Jeff, I appreciate it. We're gonna get on the road. 47-minute live stream here. That's awesome. Thank you. Appreciate it. Thank you, Linda. Thank you.
You want to get a brownie for the brownie?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yes, get it.
So this episode is not brought to you by the RO Bucket. And if you'd like to get an RO Bucket, Carl has said any of our viewers here at Bissell Maple Farm, you could use promo code Bissell. Free shipping. Free shipping. So what Carl sells is time. They say time's priceless, but really it's like, I don't know, $300. You get an RO bucket from Carl. I don't really know the price, but all I know is promo code Bissell, get free shipping. Saves you time, which is priceless. All right, Danny. What'd you think of those maple operations?
Pretty impressive.
How does it compare to, you know, what you guys were running in the old homestead there?
It basically doesn't compare at all.
What was your max taps at one point?
Maybe 50.
50. That's a lot of work with buckets and stuff.
Yeah, it was a decent amount of work with buckets, that is for sure.
You guys had a little RO that you guys ran.
Yeah, but we originally didn't have the RO for a while, and then my dad ended up putting the RO together. But so we were just boiling for majority of the time when we had the 50 taps.
I got you.
So whole lot of wood.
And then where we just went, so you went to J.R. Sloan's, Jeff Corey, Gary Corey's place. Have you ever seen anything like that?
No.
I haven't either, to be honest.
They're both, you know, what, over 150,000 taps
Yeah,
each
it's insane.
that they're boiling for, and the RO systems were very impressive, along with the holding tanks and just their whole process.
And now I got a message on Facebook from a fella named Todd. So Todd Phillips said, hey, come out and make a video. I think he's been messaging me for a couple years. So he messaged me, and I said, well, yeah, I'll come out. And now we're going to go out to Adam and Renee's. I got to get that sugar house shot there. There's some cool sugar houses as you're driving around the countryside. So little sugar house everywhere. Let me show you. Like, this is all through the countryside here. It's awesome.